It is easy to fall into the trap of thinking about the knockout phase of a World Cup before the group stage has started. Even England's players had one eye on a potential last 8 meeting with Germany. We could meet them in the quarters if things go to plan, Georgia Stanway said on the eve of the tournament. 2 weeks in and Germany are heading home, leaving England with a smoother path to the semi-finals than they could ever have imagined. Germany are one of 3 top 10 ranked teams who have been eliminated. Brazil and Canada are the others, and both were on England's side of the draw. If England can get past Nigeria, 40th, in this round, they face a quarterfinal against Colombia, 25th, or Jamaica, 43rd. From there, a semi-final against France or Australia looks likely, but this World Cup has taught us to expect the unexpected. That a team such as Morocco, who are ranked 72 in the world, can progress to the knockouts at the expense of a superpower such as Germany is the greatest proof that expanding this tournament from 24 to 32 teams was justified. England will not be thinking beyond their last 16 game, and they will be wary of the threats Nigeria pose. There is nothing to lose for the African side. They have already shown they can compete with higher-ranked nations, having beaten Australia and drawn with Olympic champions Canada in their group. The pressure is on the Lionesses, and they cannot afford to be complacent. What is different about this tournament to previous ones is that the lower-ranked nations are tougher to break down. They are better at defending, more tactically astute, and can frustrate the bigger teams by utilizing a mid-block. This means there is little space in the middle of the pitch, which makes it difficult to play through them. This was a problem for England against Haiti and to a certain extent against Denmark. In both games they had more than 70% possession but were forced to go out wide because the central areas were congested. This in turn made it harder for England's centre-forward Alessia Russo to get on the ball. Sarina Wegman's solution was to change formation for the final group game against China, deploying wing-backs and 2 strikers to force the opposition out of their narrow setup. Germany faced a similar problem against South Korea but were unable to combat it. It's a sign of the times that coaches more flexible in their tactical setups and making in-game adjustments will be more successful, explained former USA boss Jill Ellis, head of FIFA's technical study group. Gone are the days when you can just stick with what you've been doing. With Germany it didn't seem like there was an adjustment early enough in the game. South Korea were very, very good in their organized block and tough to break down. So how do you combat that to take advantage? England must not underestimate their opponents, but equally they should see this as the best opportunity they have had to reach a World Cup final. I don't think we fear anyone, said England goalkeeper Mary Earps. Our qualities have shown through in however many years we've been playing together, so I think we're in a good spot. The proof is what happens come game day, and the most important thing is that we've won 3 out of 3. I know the results haven't been as people would have wanted, 2-1-0 wins before thrashing China, but we're playing at a World Cup at the end of the day. This is the creme de la creme, this is the top. We know what we're capable of, we're just focused on one game at a time and getting the job done. England are yet to concede it from open play, but Earps has still been called upon, making a crucial save to prevent a Haiti equalizer in the opening match. The standard is so high, games can change at the drop of a dime, Earps said. Anything can switch the moment, so I'm just trying to stay focused and be ready when called upon. So, who's heading for the last 8? Switzerland vs Spain, Saturday, 6 a.m. BBC One. Switzerland are the underdogs despite being undefeated here. Spain have by far the stronger squad and should do enough to progress. But Switzerland can take comfort from the fact Jorge Vilda's side were beaten 4-0 by Japan in their last outing. Prediction: Spain, Japan vs Norway, Saturday, 9 a.m. ITV1. Japan were the standout side of the group stage. They are yet to concede a goal and have been scoring plenty. Norway were underwhelming before thrashing the Philippines to qualify for the knockouts. Ada Hegerberg faces a late fitness test and, even with the 2018 Ballon d'Or winner, this tie will be a struggle for them. Prediction: Japan, Netherlands vs South Africa, Sunday, 3 a.m. BBC One. Netherlands are perhaps the dark horses of this tournament. They beat the USA to top spot in Group E despite not having star player Viviane Miedema. South Africa progressed with a late victory over Italy. They are fun to watch but have a habit of gifting goals to the opposition. Prediction: Netherlands, Sweden vs United States, Sunday, 10 a.m. ITV1. Sweden top their group comfortably and will fancy their chances against the holders, who are yet to find any rhythm at this tournament. The Swedes have not been tested yet, but the US have struggled against them in recent years. Potentially the tie of the round. Prediction: Sweden, England vs Nigeria, Monday, 8:30 a.m. BBC One. England will hope to replicate their performance in the 6-1 thrashing of China, but Nigeria pose a much tougher test. The African side progressed from a group of death by knocking out Olympic champions Canada. The Lionesses should cause problems in attack but will have to be wary of Nigeria's speed on the break. Prediction: England-Australia vs Denmark. Monday, 11:30 a.m. BBC One. The hosts will be buoyed by their 4-0 thrashing of Canada, but there are question marks over the fitness of Sam Kerr, who is yet to play a minute at this tournament. Denmark have shown they are defensively strong but have struggled for goals. The Aussies will feel they will have the momentum to get over the line. Prediction: Australia, Colombia vs Jamaica. Tuesday, 9 a.m. ITV1. This is probably the toughest tie to predict. Colombia have shown more attacking threat than their opponents, but Jamaica have been solid defensively and are yet to concede a goal. Linda Caicedo will be the key going forward for Colombia, while Jamaica will hope any chances they create fall to Manchester City striker Khadija Shaw. Prediction: Colombia, France vs Morocco. Tuesday, noon, BBC One. Hervé Renard's France look to have found their groove after a shaky start. Morocco beat the odds to progress from their group and will be hoping to cause another shock. The North Africans have improved defensively since a 6-0 defeat in their opener against Germany, since eliminated, but beating Les Blues will be a tough ask. Prediction: France.